out the function. Drip like a faucet, I'm spilling the ocean. Lit up my vision, my thoughts move in slow motion. Sub-bass growling and speaking in tongues. Come for the future, I'm chewing on crumbs. Whipping my head, time bends in a spiral. Lost in the neon, my mind going viral. Neon abyss, where we drown, where we drift, ayy, ayy. Falling in loop, no escape, just this, yeah. Hypnotic twist, life a glitch, hit or miss, yeah. Neon abyss, neon abyss. Synthetic dreams in my bloodstream pumping. Gravity fed, my soul keep jumping. Six step sharp, cut deep like a fang. Lost in the echoes, my own voice rang. Pill popping stars, I'm on interstellar vibes. jUnC clean, but my brain feel fried. Neon abyss, where we drown, where we drift, ayy, ayy. Falling in loop, no escape, just this, yeah. Hypnotic twist, life a glitch, hit or miss, yeah. Neon abyss, neon abyss.
I see the lights, I see the light,
Zooming through the void, starship on tilt. Drip so cold, make a comet feel guilt. Hollow tips whisper to the black hole's rim. Came from the dirt, not a cosmos swim.
ice on my wrist, nebula, frostbite. Shadows in the dark, watch them creep at night. Speaking in codes, binary, my slang. Asteroid chain, let it hang, let it bang.
Gotta let it bounce, gotta let it bounce, 808 shake, planets out they house. Gotta let it bounce, gotta let it bounce, catch me in the stars, stacking large amounts.
Distorted bass, feel it in my chest. Sense step sharp, pierce through the rest. Minimal chords, keep it clean, no mess. Mumble through the pain, racetrack finesse.
Spacesuit dripping, no oxygen needed. Dream so big, Saturn's ring, I exceeded. Time warp vision, future on repeat. Loop so hypnotic, can't feel the feet.
Bounce through the vibe, oh yeah, I'm gone. Distorted echoes, my song. Solar flare low, they spawn. Edge of the endless, I'm strong.
They said it couldn't be real, that a real league would never work. But we kept showing up. And every time we got knocked down, we built it anyway.
And Ringside VR can finally call themselves the best league in the world when you take home $500.
Will there be any team to give RSVR a run for their money next season? Hey guys, we're introducing the first team-based VR boxing league the esports scene deserves. A structured professional league built for real competition and lasting stories. 8 teams will participate in a 5-month season with 2 splits and 1 championship playoff to end the season. Outside of the matches, fighters, members, and staff will participate in all forms of media productions, such as the analyst desk, commentary, award shows, ad shoots, backstage interviews, press conferences, and much more, so that everything feels connected and alive. Why does this matter? When most VR tournaments end, everything resets. Narratives disappear, rivalries fade, nothing carries forward. We built UBAE to fix that. A league where teams and players are able to build their own legacy and become the star they've always wanted to be. This isn't a concept, it's already happening. With over 22 events produced and over 300 active fighters, weekly broadcasts and events, and 1,500 members. To support our vision for a narrative-focused team-based VR boxing league, we're looking to raise $5,000 to fully launch Season 1, which allows us to have more broadcasts, a bigger prize pool, consistent content, and expanded production inside the VGA hub. Backers get recognition, access, and a permanent place in the league's history. Back to Kickstarter, join the 24-hour live stream, and be there when Season 1 begins. What is up, everybody? Welcome to UBAE Week 2, Day 1. We are still in Season 1 of UBAE in the spring split, ladies and gentlemen, and we got a good card ahead of us. We got Team jUnC taking on Team Sheath Elite today, but before we start, one match has been canceled, and that was UKFC UNCs versus Team Ragtags. Unfortunately, Ragtags have kind of been in a bit of a slumber. They couldn't make it at all. They could not make it at all. But, anyways, first, I'm your host and commentator, HP. And to my left, we have... Introduce yourself.
Oh, my fault. My internet lagged out there. I'm Boiled. I commentate. I purse. I'm a mod. And I'm really excited to be here. I was supposed to be here last week, actually. But stuff happened and I couldn't make it. But good to finally be here.
That, ladies and gentlemen, is I'm Boiled right there. And we got to get into Team jUnC and Team Sheath Elite. A lot of people think this is going to be a mismatch, but I feel like it might be a little bit closer than expected. I mean, you got Ronan, Mao, Tony going up against Maki, Bloob, and Smoke. A lot of people think it's a mismatch of hell. But Boiled, what do you think of this matchup we're about to see?
I think it's very, very close. Ronan and Tony, they're on the shorter side, and this team is composed of a lot of taller fighters. So a lot of people would say, oh, they're going to use their reach advantage. But the way that these guys get in their range so efficiently, I think that's just going to negate everything.
That is true. And as I can see on the top there, this season is powered and brought to you by Sheath Underwear. Make sure to use code SheathUBA30 for 30% off. Underwear of legends. Go ahead and get your sword of Sheath there, guys. Y'all know what I'm talking about. But I would say the same. There's a lot of possible fights and upsets we could be seeing go down. But let's go ahead and head into the war room. Let's get straight into the action. I know a lot of people are here want to see the fights. I know a lot of people want to see some stuff go down. I almost said a bad word there. But let's go ahead and head into the war room and get a closer look at who is there. Oh, and this is Team jUnC right here. You can see Astilogy, the goose or the duck, sitting right there in the chair. Oh, you might have heard me. I don't know if I, was kind of racist there and said a different word. I don't know if it's duck or goose, but he's there picking his fighter. I'm gonna give him a second. Bold, if you're in Astilogy's shoes, who exactly would you pick? You're picking first. You're going up against Team Sheath Elite. You got to go out strong. Looking at the roster here.
Man, I'd go probably Tony here. Tony has very good body shots. He's a very good, test in the waters kind of guy. And if need be, he can come back later in the, matchup because he has that kind of cardio to do that.
Ladies and gentlemen, Asilogy has put his pick in. He has chose Ronan. His first pick is Ronan, and that man is coming out swinging for his first pick. I heard a lot about Ronan. I seen Ronan fight. This man just got his contract as well too. But let's go ahead and take it into Team Sheath Elite in the War Room, where Maki will be picking a fighter to go out and step up against Ronan.
Like that was a bit of a slip up from our production team.
Yeah, we're gonna fire that guy too. You can see Maki picking right there, and he made his pick, and it will be Smoking Them. Oh, I wonder how we got to there. But Ronan and Smoking Them is now the fight, coming out swinging big for UBAE Season 1, Week 2 of Day 1. And I'm really excited to see Team Sheath Elite go ahead and step in there. But the code has been sent to both fighters. And oh my God, Smoke and Ronan. Smoke is a heavyweight. Ronan's a lightweight. There's going to be a height difference, but, styles make matchups, and Ronan can go in there and take the upset of the season if he beats Smoke in there.
Absolutely, man. I mean, anyone can take an upset of the season here from jUnC. I mean, no one's really expecting too good of a performance from jUnC here, but if you really look at the matchups deep down, it's... people should expect a lot from both of these teams.
Ladies and gentlemen, later on in the broadcast, we'll be having Galf join us as our third commentator, and he is a very good analyst. He is one of the coaches and representatives of Team Muds, and we got something to talk about there tomorrow as well, too. But for now, we have both fighters ready in the lobby, Ronan and Smoking Them. It will be getting right there after this short transition into the fight. And here we are, ladies and gentlemen, Ronan and Smoking Them here both in the lobby. Smoking Them in the red corner with the black shorts and the yellow gloves. Ronan in the black and white shorts with the purple gloves. And here we go in the first round, brought to you by Sheath Underwear. Oh.
Like
some
they're just kind of
technical
staring at each
difficulties
other.
there. I think he's smelling himself there. He might have missed some deodorant.
Yeah. Clinch cologne.
Oh, a bit of a glitch there. Smoke's asking to reset his router real quick. That was a bit of a late one to reset it. But I guess in this case, the fighters will be given a 2-minute countdown to ready up, or it would unfortunately be a loss for Team Sheath Elite, and Team jUnC might be taking this smoke.
Yeah, not a good way to start off the matchup here.
But in other news, ladies and gentlemen, we like to welcome onto the commentary desk none other than a man we mentioned earlier, legendary Galf, the owner of Galf Biomedical and the genius behind the GRX pen. Welcome, Galf. How are you feeling today?
Doing good. We just had a emergency in the lab, so it took me a little while to get back.
Oh, your clone's jumping out?
No, so when you have to get a drug on the market, you have to test it in non-human primates. So we were trying to test it in some of them, but if you want to test it in them, you want to make sure they have the symptoms, right? So we had to give them CTE, but those little monkeys have paws,
So you might have just birthed Caesar from Dawn of the Planet of the Apes, pretty much.
Hopefully not, but it's possible. We'll find out when we get the data. But those little guys can fight.
Be careful out there. If y'all see a monkey going crazy and talking to you, don't engage with it. But Smoke is resetting his router, and we will be getting right back into this matchup after a short minute. So I'm really excited to see this just in general.
I mean, we all are. This is Team Sheath Elite is, I'd say, the most hyped up team on the entire UBAE roster. So everyone's pretty excited to see them in action finally.
I'm more curious on who's gonna go in next. You got Smoke and Ronan already used up. That means you're gonna have Mao and Tony and Maki and Blue free. So either way, we're gonna be seeing some interesting matchups and interesting stars coming out to shine, and we could be seeing some upsets happen. You know, don't ever count out the underdogs. All right, we're gonna be seeing some stars made today, and just throughout the whole season in general. But Smoke is getting in the lobby right now, ladies and gentlemen. Ronan's there, locked and loaded. We apologize to Ronan for the wait as well too, and to the viewers as well. We know y'all want to get them fights in and watch some bangers.
Who had the first pick in this case?
The first pick was a Sylogy, and he picked Ronan.
Okay. That's a solid starter.
In case any of y'all missed it, Galf had a notepad open and he's taking notes, so he's getting ready for Team Muds.
Let me make sure I go over the latest set of rules, just so there's nothing crazy going on.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be transitioning into the lobby where both fighters will be in their respected corners. Smoking them and Ronan will be starting right now.
Maybe.
Looks like we're having a bit of some issues there. They've been disconnected. Let's hope they're not in the lobby. Okay, no, I mean in game. Okay, so we're good. Woo! I thought they're gonna be in the game in progress. You know what I mean? And here we are. Let's go ahead and show y'all who is here in the lobby. And just like we said last time, Smoke in the black shorts with the yellow gloves, Ronan in the black and white with the purple gloves as well. So let's go ahead.
bet you a rookie now. Give him an instinct, taking them off. Know your intentions behind that smile. Behind that smile. Yeah, knock you out like my name Pakistan. Then you woke up in Pakistan. You don't know where you at, riff counting to 10. Regain your focus, it's gonna be the end. At the end of the day, it's whoever come up on top. At the end of the day, you getting shook like a mop. At the end of the day, you cannot fuck with my pop. At the end of the day, I hit you once, then you gon' drop.
Yeah, it looks like Smoke's starting to land more consistently.
It's really at that distance too. You know, at the first round, you saw Ronan was real comfortable walking him down. Smoke catching with the three-piece combination.
Yeah, and it goes back to again, like, Ronan just stays in front of him, and so Smoke knows where he's going to be, and he's just putting the punch there.
The left hand has been finding its way from Ronan's side here. Smoke's neck going again right there.
Yeah, we're going to have to get him tested. Test his B sample. There's something up right now.
Ladies and gentlemen, we hope y'all hear us now. Let us know in the YouTube chat if y'all can hear everything. And welcome back. We're sorry that y'all went deaf for a second.
I wish I could draw on the
for that body jab.
You can see as he moves left, Ronan kind of just moves to be directly in front of him. But if you can actually just step, in this case, if Ronan goes left in front of Smoke, it makes it harder for Smoke to escape, but it also sets him up for punches because you can get that move-in damage off the hooks.
Ronan really investing to that body. Looks like coaches might have been telling him something. There we go with a neutral clinch as well too. Smoke looking for that jab in southpaw.
Was there ping?
Was there what?
Is there like a slight ping difference? Because they keep like running into each other. I don't know if that's like or just a play style.
Smoke did reset his router just before this fight, so there might be a little ping, but both men would go on their tablet and let us know. And if this was on a high ping, I'm sure they would have told us as well too. This is looking good though. I mean, this has been a very technical fight, especially on Smoke's end as well. Go ahead and use code Sheath UBAE30 for 30% off your next purchase of Sheath underwear. And here are the backers of the Kickstarter that funded Season 1 of UBAE. Ladies and gentlemen, back to Kickstarter and get your name placed there. Y'all see it, your name here. And the highlighted ones are the biggest donators. And shout out Golf, Jordan, Kevin Steele, Triple T, and M4. Thank you, Golf. You know, you're right here too. Thank you.
Donation from Golf Biomedical.
The third and final round, ladies and gentlemen, brought to you by Sheath Underwear. 3 minutes left in this fight. And if in case you forgot, Smoke is in the black shorts with the yellow gloves, Ronan in the black and white with the purple gloves.
Yeah, even that round, I'd be hard pressed to say who won. I would say probably Smoke took that one just because Ronan got hurt earlier in the round.
Oh, Ronan!
Oh,
Ronan with the right hook catches Smoke off guard.
that was like a one-punch knockdown there, straight through the guard.
Yeah, I want to see
The
the
power
replay.
is real. And I was going to say, too, if you're either man, you're going to have to start letting your hands go in this third and final round. Give these people a clear victory, or at least get that moral victory in. And we might be seeing Ronan take that. Smoke's going to have to return it.
Yeah, Smoke's going to be a lot more aggressive here since he knows that he probably is drawn now.
Oh, yeah, he's going for it. Yeah, this could be a draw if he took the first two.
Yeah, but he needs to be careful. He just had a taste of the power from Ronan there.
Especially when you're fighting a shorter power puncher like that. Those punches come out of nowhere. I mean, look at Tornado. Look at Rotan. And that's just the tip of the iceberg there of how many power punches are real sudden there. Smoke with that right hook.
Oh, got right behind him.
Good instincts there. Might have a Spider-Man instinct. Reflexes.
I think Smoke's
Smoke getting hurt. Oh.
I think part of it is look at this glove difference. Ronan's gloves are like 10% smaller.
We're gonna have to investigate that. Smokeman taking a little break right there, but there's a minute and 10 seconds left in this third and final round. If you're Smoke, you're gonna have to let them hands go, but really smart. And if you're Ronan, you got to do the same thing as well. Chase that knockdown.
I think Ronan might be hurt here.
Yeah, he might.
It's either that or he's trying to he thinks he got one of the first two rounds and is just trying to skate off with the victory. He's fine if he got one of the two, but if not, yeah, it's a draw. Which still isn't the worst case scenario. He's secured at least a draw.
Again, it's a moral victory here. You're coming in here as a huge underdog, getting a draw against what people... You know, a lot of people assume to be the GOAT.
Yeah, and we're coming up on the last 10 seconds and about a few short seconds here. Yeah, we could be looking at a draw or a victory for Ronan. Last 10 seconds. Can Smoke prove it? Can he bring that knockdown back? Oh, right hand from Ronan. And that is the fight. Oh, we're going to be seeing who takes this one.
Looks like...
Okay, Ronan takes it, defeating Smoking him, making it 1-0 for Team jUnC. Who would have expected that? Wow, Ronan walking away with the victory against Team Sheath Elite. And here we are back in the war room with Maki, and you can look at him. He's like, huh? Oh, he shook his head too. Who will he be picking? Oh, ladies and gentlemen, the pick is in. If he's not moving like Thanos, I don't know what will. He said, fine, I will do it myself, and selected himself. Maki will be stepping in there to represent Team Sheath Elite. But who will Asiliji pick to go up against this fighter and Makinem? Maki Mustai. We don't talk about Makinem. But here we are with Asiliji. Who will he be picking to go up against Maki? You know, Boy Order Golf, if y'all were Asiliji, what would y'all do?
Mao.
Oh, I thought you said no. I thought you said no.
Nah, I ain't answering that.
Go ahead and answer.
Yeah, Mao's not a bad pick, actually.
But ladies and gentlemen, the pick is in. Asiliji will be choosing Tony Hung Lo to step off against Maki Mustan. This is going to be a good matchup and a banger, a firefight. Oh, I can't even wait to see this one. Let's go ahead and take it back to this little screen here where y'all will be seeing week 2 matchups. Just like we went over earlier in the stream, UKFC jUnC versus Team Ragtags has been canceled due to Ragtags not having enough fighters to show. So unfortunately, UKFC jUnC cannot fight today. But like y'all saw today, we have Team jUnC versus Team Sheath Elite, who started off strong with a 1-0 lead with Ronan defeating Smoking him. You know, Golf and Bo, what did y'all think of that matchup as well, too? I don't know if we went over that.
solid matchup. I thought they were both doing well. That third round, beginning of the round, that Ronan got that knockdown, kind of just sealed the deal on that one. So I didn't get a chance to look at the damage. So I don't even know how close that third round would have been otherwise if we didn't have the knockdown. But the knockdown was the deciding factor.
My bad there, ladies and gentlemen. But we are going to be seeing Maki versus Tony Hung Low in just a few short minutes or moments, shall I say. Let's go ahead and look at the UBAE teaser before we head into this matchup.
I get to do it to tear down his chance at the belt.
Punch him in his jaw, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna make you my punch. I know how that works. I'm gonna show you that old man Papa strength.
Oh, the chosen one will be getting a contract as well. He is really entertaining. He put on a show right there, and that's what we love to see here at the UBA.
All right, guys, welcome back. HB had to go grab water real quick, I think. We have Tony versus Maki here. Maki in the orange shorts, Tony, the shorter fighter, in the blue and purple.
Yeah, I thought at the start of the season, Maki said he was going to go on a weight loss plan, but it doesn't look like he was able to stick to it.
You never know. Might have lost 1 or 2 pounds.
That's true. That's true. Don't want to cut him short. Tony's being very active, but he's got to be careful to not walk into any stuns. But I am liking his activity. I think this is... Maki, I think, typically starts a little on the slower side, right? So this isn't out of character.
And for Tony, you got to take advantage of that and work those combinations. You see Maki's point of view there. He is looking fast. But Tony's landing some good shots, and he's circling out, not standing still for Maki in front of him as well. Keeping him moving, keeping him turning. Oh, Tony had a good body jab and then went up top with that jab, but he got caught bad. Maki
Did a good job not get dropped there.
Oh, caught him with his hands low. Good jab there from Maki. Good body jab. You can see Tony every time he
getting through.
Every time Tony does that body jab, he instantly returns it up top with the jab.
Yeah, I'm liking Tony's movement, especially off of his work. He gets, if he stays a little too stationary, yeah, like right here he's moving out, but he is getting caught when he stays too long.
Look at that right hook. Yeah, Maki's starting to pick it up a bit here. You can see it, framing him. Ooh, good combo work from Tony there. The uppercut, controlling his distance well, just getting out of there of those shots.
Yeah, I think a lot of Tony's work is actually getting at least soft blocked by Maki. Some of the body work is for sure landing clean, but I'm not hearing too many grunts coming off these punches.
In that case, we'll be seeing who takes it in terms of damage. But Tony caught Maki good there, making him back up just for a second. But can Maki be getting Tony comfortable before turning it up?
Yeah, Tony has to be careful about not getting into anti-spam, just because then you can't land a counter. And then it's super easy for your opponent to land a counter on you, because anything that lands is going to be a counter at that point.
Looks like Tony was looking back at his coach. Oh my God, right cross. Looking like Carlos Prades versus Leon Edwards. Oh my God. Woo! That was a cross right there. Oh my God. He dropped him at the buzzer.
Built that round.
Wow.
Franken
he
Maki
stole
strength.
that. Franken Maki strength indeed. The power of the undead was just shown right there. Oh my God. That caught me so off guard.
Leading up to that, Tony was doing a lot of good work in the beginning portion of that round. Part of it is Maki starting a little bit slower, but what Tony was able to do was like putting together combos, mixing up the levels. And then the most important thing was he wasn't staying in front of Maki for long periods of time, just like punch, and then he was moving. And then towards the middle and the end, Maki started figuring him out a little bit, but also Tony kind of slowed down and was staying in front of him a little bit too long. And some of those extended combos are just gonna hurt you. I'm a combo puncher, so I know this for a fact. Combos are not super strong in the game right now, unless you hit super hard.
You know, you invented a lot of stuff, Galf, but you haven't invented anything to give you power in this game.
Not quite yet. Well, I don't want to knock people out too much. I want to give them CTE. If you knock them out, they don't get CTE.
True. That probably explains why Avoid has CTE, but here we are in the second round, 30 seconds in. Maki's starting to pick up the pace, and Tony as well, too.
Yeah, Maki's like hawking him down here.
Yeah, he is walking him down like he is seeing food. That's McDonald's Maki we are looking at right here. Oh, and he drops him with the left hook with the right.
Oh,
I don't know if it was the left hook up top or the left hook to the body, but I saw that left go off, and he dropped Tony in the first minute of round 2. If you're Maki, you want to start chasing it. You dropped him 2 times already. You've been winning the exchanges. You got to start picking them up. But Tony is still in this fight. He is still landing really good shots and keeping it competitive. Now he's
it looks like Maki just stopped respecting his power. So when that happens, if you don't have power...
Oh, Maki got hurt!
Oh, did he? Oh, he did.
Oh, Tony teeing off on him. He gets hurt too. Maki punching him like he took his lunch food. Oh my God.
Tony might have pillows.
Oh, right hook from Tony. Yeah, he started to do that. He started to build punishment when he's working with the volume, but he's missing. He's out of reach right there.
Yeah, be careful, Tony. He's trying to bait you into getting a counter.
I think he just pump faked him right there.
Oh yeah, Maki has him hurt bad. That punishment is building up. Damage is all Maki in this round.
Yeah, he's
good one too. And the left hook.
The 1-2.
The moment shines. Oh my God, Maki.
He caught him with one on the way down too. Surprised he can get up right now.
Maki is looking for a TKO in this round. There is 30 seconds left. TKO on the horizon for the moment. Maki is not respecting him whatsoever, walking him down, stay in front of his face, exchanging. Even when he's getting caught, he's not backing down. Yeah, oh my God. Good body shot there from Maki. Last 10 seconds. Can Maki get a TKO? And he does it! Maki knocks out Tony Hung Low at the buzzer. Team Sheath Elite making it 1-1 on the scoreboard. Wow, with the jab. The McDonald's power is real.
That was a good fight there. I like that. Man.
Who was their last pick?
Your last pick was Tony
it's on there. So it's Mao.
That means it's an automatic matchup with Bloob versus Mao, ladies and gentlemen. And we're gonna be seeing two heavyweights go at it, but Mao is the bigger man. This man is huge. I sparred him before. He's big and scary and bald and mean.
Let's see if Mao goes out there and tries to fight technically, he's not gonna have any power. So I want to see him throw all of his boxing experience he's ever had and just start in the trash for now. Just go out there and fight like a madman. That's my coaching advice.
I think this is going to be a very difficult matchup for Blue because he's never really fought anyone with this much of a height difference, even this little, right? He's never fought anyone with a height difference like Mao does. So he might have some struggles getting inside, trying to outbox, trying to inbox. He might have trouble with a lot here.
Yeah, if I were to give serious advice to Mao on this one, just because I think most people are going to have Bloob as the favorite in this matchup, but it would be lateral movement pivots, especially coming off of the jab. When I've sparred Bloob in the past, that was before he started boxing, he was very susceptible to just me getting behind him, just pivoting out. So I'm sure he's gotten better since he's been hitting the actual boxing gym, but that's something to at least exploit if he hasn't. So just try to work him at range. Mao has a good jab.
And both fighters have the code, so we will be seeing a fight real soon. Jester? Jester, where are you? Jester.
My history is kind of bad with him, so
Terrence?
I'm not gonna go easy on him this night.
Am I going crazy?
Sure, I'm not gonna give him
Are you okay? Did
Terrence,
you take
where
the
are you?
GRX pen?
Terrence, I hear you. Where are you?
He's hearing ghosts.
I don't. Yeah.
We're going to be seeing a trailer, ladies and gentlemen, before we head into this matchup of Blue versus Mao. Will there be any team to give RSVR a run for their money next season? And here we are, ladies and gentlemen, the automatic matchup between jUnC and Sheath Elite. Mao representing jUnC in the red corner, sporting the all-black fit, and he is bald. And Bloob in the blue corner with the black shorts and the pink gloves, representing Team Sheath Elite. And here we go with round one. 3 minutes is on the clock for this matchup. You see both men swinging instantly, and Bloob is taking it right to him. Good jab there from Bloob. Mao doubling up his lead hand as well. Oh, right hand, heavy 1-2, dropping him with the left. Bloob dropping Mao in the first minute of round one.
Yeah, Mao isn't. When Bloob gets inside, he doesn't really have too much defense for those big power hooks of Bloob.
Mao's really looking for that jab, but he's leaving himself open to that heavy right from Bloob, but he catches him good. Managing his distance. Good jabs there from Mao. Just got to watch for that right hand, and it connects again.
Yeah. Mao's going to have to establish the jab to the body. He's going to have to do something to try to open up Bloob. So You can go down low and then come up top like that.
Oh, you can hear Mal grunting from that heavy body shot. Looks like Bloob is hurt, and he drops him again. The bigger they are, the harder they fall. Wow.
That's how gravity works, yep.
We have 20 seconds left. Or actually, my mistake there, ladies and gentlemen. We have a whole minute left in this fight. Oh, wait, no, it got changed.
Not your mistake. Not your mistake. Production.
Yeah.
Bloob is hunting that TKO. Mal landed a good uppercut.
Oh, he clipped him.
Oh, and there he goes. The left into the right hand, dropping him off the ropes. Get him a GRX pen, ladies and gentlemen. The score is 2-1 now. Bloob taking it for Team Sheath Elite, riding 2 KOs in a row. Wow. Oh my. Oh, I got a headache too.
Rumors have been out there that the whole team is on PEDs, so this might be the result of that.
Man, well, you know, sometimes you got to wonder what revived Maki. I'll give you a hint. It was PEDs, so, you know, that's where you got all that power from. Bloob has always been a powerhouse, so we've known that. But now we go into the pick for jUnC again.
And who will Sylogy be picking here? You know, the teams have fully resetted. So if either team wanted to, they could use the previous fighter they have used already. Let's go ahead and see who Sylogy will be picking in.
Ronin, and then I'm almost certain they're going to put in Maki.
And the pick is in. Ronin will be facing and representing Team jUnC in this fight. The score is 2-1. They're gonna need to bring it home, and y'all have to count on Ronin for that. You know, he defeated Smoking them in the first matchup, bringing it home. And that's the only victory for Team jUnC here. So who will they be picking? Who will Team Sheath Elite be picking to go up against Ronin?
I think technically no. Sylogy. Yeah, called it.
And the pick is in. Maki will be stepping in for Team Sheath Elite to face off against Ronin. Can Maki bring it back and get that get back for smoking him? Or will Ronin have slain 2 stars in one day? Ladies and gentlemen, we'll be finding out very shortly when Maki and Ronin step in there to face off against each other. Boiled and Galf, what do we think about this matchup?
Yeah, I think I already predicted this outcome. Yeah, if for Ronin coming in, I would have definitely put in Maki as well. I think Bloob also stands a good chance. I think Ronin has better at getting to the body, and so the challenge against Bloob might be a little higher. But I think it's a good matchup. Interested to see how it plays out. Maki's got better footwork than Ronin, and then their power is kind of equal. So I would lean towards Maki, but Ronin has the chance.
What about you, Boiled? How do you feel about this matchup, Ronin versus Maki?
Yeah, so taking that Smoking them fight that we saw earlier to get jUnC's first win in this matchup, I'm going to have to go with Ronin here because Smoke is a very, very technical and powerful player, and and that third round knockdown showed that he has that one punch knockdown power. And Maki, no disrespect to Tony, but Tony didn't really have too much of a guard to defend those 1-2 straights coming down the middle. And I think Ronin does have a better guard.
Yep, and both fighters are here in the code, locked and loaded. But ladies and gentlemen, we'll be heading into this matchup very shortly after this short ad break from our sponsors.
When I want something, I go get it. Life is full of adventure, and sometimes people are too afraid to take that leap. explored this beautiful planet and experienced the best things this world has to offer. But it's no longer my time to shine, and now it's yours. Tell me, what makes you feel alive? Sheath underwear. Underwear of legends.
Just like she said, ladies and gentlemen, underwear of legends. But here we are with Maki and Ronin. Can Maki bring it home and put the final nail in the coffin, making it 3-1, taking the victory for Sheath? Or will Ronin balance out the level field and make this a 2-2 score? Round 1 brought to you by Sheath underwear. Maki in the yellow shorts with black gloves. Ronin in the black and white with purple gloves.
Yeah, if Ronin can capitalize on Maki's slow start and get a knockdown, that would set the tone of the fight.
Yeah, he's using a lot of pressure. We saw that in the Smoking Him fight. Using a lot of pressure very early, trying to get early damage off so that if it does come to that last round, you know, he can...
Oh! My bad.
Ooh, I think he got caught there, actually.
Yeah, my bad there to interrupt you. That was a heavy right hand. I felt that all the way to the desk.
Yeah, like the vibrations went through the ring.
I just finished running a simulation. I had 2 of the lab monkeys fight, and I named one Maki and one Ronin. The one named Maki ended up taking the win, so we'll see how accurate it is.
It's an interesting test there. Maki landing that jab. Ronin looking for that left hook, but Maki's not respecting his power whatsoever, walking him down with that high guard. Maki is hungry. Maki missing that right hook right there. Oh, heavy right hook there from Ronin, though. Then he goes off with the miss.
Oh,
Maki's starting to put up some punishment here from that volume.
Yeah, Ronin has to be careful about headhunting, though. He keeps getting caught in between punches, but he is pushing the pace of the fight.
Maki's starting to feel himself a little bit here in this round.
I like that flipping.
Heavy jab. Doubling up the right hand from Maki as well there too. Both men have been trading here in the middle, but not a single stun or drop has happened. We might be seeing one come up very shortly. We have under a minute left, 40 seconds specifically. Can either man steal the round in this one? Heavy body shot there from Maki. Good slip there from Ronin.
I'm not really hearing any grunts, so I don't know if that's just like a noise issue or if it's just like...
Franken Maki.
I guess, yeah, if he's probably not even feeling it, so it makes sense on why there's no grunts.
Ooh. Oh!
Ooh, clipped Rona right on the chin there. I actually think I saw a staple fly out of his arm there.
That is the first round down, and oh, that staple's on my hand.
Yeah, I'm glad you brought that up. We've put in a new order from some higher quality staples, but they just haven't gotten here yet.
Y'all invest in like stitches, man. I don't like these staples. There's a mess.
Probably a good idea.
Ladies and gentlemen, look at that banner right there. You go ahead and use code Sheath UBA30 for 30% off your next purchase. The underwear of legends. And the men, go get your sword a Sheath today.
Yeah, this is a good fight so far. Both are being very defensively responsible. So they're both trying to land counters in between each other's punches. It's a little hard, again, to judge off damage, but I think Ronin was active earlier in the round. So it's just whether or not Maki was able to take the end of that round and went out on damage.
I would agree as well. Looks like Ronan might have taken it unless Maki was dropping bombs in there. But that output definitely has damage written all over for Ronan here. But here we are in the second round, 3 minutes to go. Maki can flip the tables. He is known as the comeback kid.
See, when he does that, Ronan just feints him, and then he'll pull his hands up real quick. That's
Buy into the taunts.
Yep. Anytime someone's trying to taunt you like that, if you feint step in and don't commit, they're gonna just embarrass themselves.
Just right there, it happened. He tried feigning in. He got caught with that right hook because Maki didn't bite on it. Maki welcoming him in, adjusting his headset there too. Ronan could have caught him right there. Ooh. Catching him good there. Maki would have to give him no respect to get this round in. Ronan's building up volume. He's building up the output. Got to give him a reason to stay off of you. Heavy body shot there from Maki.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Ronan got caught there.
Ronan's definitely wearing a punishment.
Ooh. Yeah, that jab is keeping that punishment on him. He's stinging him with that jab.
Yeah, I want to say Ronan's given up pretty much all of the body work he's been putting in. Uh-oh.
Oh. Thought we would have saw a headset stoppage there for a second.
And in that case, there would have been 2-2 between both teams. But luckily, here we are. Both of them are still here and alive. Well, one's somewhat alive.
Yeah, I think Ronan's biggest weakness at the moment is just creating angles on the entry. He's too set on coming in straight in. And so instead of like pivoting off or exiting out a different angle, he's just kind of standing in front of each other and trading. And he's going to lose out because I think Maki's faster and has the reach advantage.
Oh, Maki got caught. Maki got rocked there trying to extend the combination. Wow, this is looking real even right here. Good body work there from Maki, investing early. Coming up on 20 seconds left in round 2.
The opposite person who's going to the body. I'd like to see Ronan go. He's right there. Maki taunting him, welcoming in. Looks like Ronan was taking some damage there. But if you're Maki, you're going to have to build it up some more because the damage might be favoring Ronan still in this fight. Yeah, I'm going to say it's probably 1-1. I think Maki took that second round just based on what I was seeing. But who knows? It's up to the judges.
Yeah, definitely hard to say. With Maki's, slow start, I think Ronan, that first round, Ronan took. But that second round, Maki started to pressure him a lot more. He caught him a lot, and it's almost like he got into Ronan's head with all the taunting that he did.
Both teams receiving their advice. Well, both fighters receiving advice from both teams here. But we're coming up on the third round. 2 rounds down, 1 more to go. 3 minutes left to decide who will be taking this one. Maki with the jab already starting off early with the straights. Ronan chasing him a bit here, investing to that body. Looks like he might be taking some coach's advice. Good body shot to the liver from Maki. Got up top with that left hook into the right.
Ooh,
Both
nice.
men have 100 player-to-player ping. It has been confirmed. But they're still battling it out. Ooh. Yeah, Maki's starting to look for it a little bit, but he gets hurt.
Yep.
Needs to be careful. This could lose in the fight if he gets dropped here.
Yep, keeping the punishment on him by going to the body or getting around the guard.
He kind of has a stance like a Void. I'm not gonna lie, like Ronan. I kind of see it. The Avoid clone right here. No CTE.
I wouldn't say no.
Coming up on a halfway point in just a few seconds of round 3 in this fight. Good check.
Yeah, Maki keeps moving to his left, so Ronan can try to get in front of him, but yeah, he's facing the wrong direction.
Maki's catching him a lot, but there's no damage here. It might be true that ping is playing a factor. Unless he got pillows.
Could very well be the case. As I mentioned earlier, that staple might have been in a vital part of his arm. You know, took away a lot of the power.
Yeah.
Both of them getting caught here, though.
Coming up on under a minute in this fight. Maki getting hurt a little bit. Ronan teeing off on him, starting to smell some blood.
Has to be careful. Yep. He's following him again. Needs to get in front of him if he wants to try to make him pay.
And he has to be careful too, because Maki can. All it takes is one shot in this fight.
Oh, counter.
Oh yeah, Maki has him hurt a little bit now. Ooh. Yeah, Maki's starting to take some more damage in this one. Ronan might take it.
Yeah, Ronan is hunting him down for that knockdown now. I think he
3 seconds.
Knows that this fight is extremely close.
Oh!
Ooh, and he steals it.
He steals it. He just stole the fight.
Oh. What we think. Depends on how that first round was scored. Could be a draw.
Oh.
If this is a draw, Team Sheath Elite walks away with it. But if it is not, it is tied.
Oh my god. We gotta see what
Looks
happens.
like
Maki's flexing. A draw and Team Sheath Elite might be walking away with it right there. If it's 1-1 with the draw, that makes it 3-2 for Team Sheath Elite. Wow. Oh my god.
Well, Ronan gets the moral victory because even though it's a draw, he's the only one that got the knockdown, right? So
almost slaying 2 stars in one day. But ladies and gentlemen, when a draw happens, that is a 1-1 added to both teams, and that makes it 3-2. Best of 5. Team Sheath Elite walks away with the victory. Oh my god. But ladies and gentlemen.
I just want to talk about Ronan. He showed out tonight.
Yeah, he showed himself there. But, before we continue, Galf and Bull, what did y'all think about that matchup? I think Bull kind of put his, input right there. But Team Sheath Elite walking away with that victory.
yeah, that was a close matchup. The Ronan against Maki. Yeah, it was close. I don't know how much Maki won the first 2 rounds by, but it could have been by a lot. And getting that knockdown saved him. So they got the draw out of that. Unfortunately, it didn't go well for them in the series, but I think morally, you could say you were competitive with Team Sheath Elite, who by most rights are the favorites.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, that is day 1 of UBAE. Make sure to check out UBAEsports.com to look at the upcoming schedule. And speaking of schedule, tomorrow we have Ring Reapers taking on the 5 Great Kage, and it is a stacked team we'll be seeing tomorrow. Ring Reapers having Yo Boy, Warhog, and Slove, and the 5 Great Kage having Jester, Clint Steele, and Contour. And ladies and gentlemen, I'd also like to announce that Team Muds versus Champions United is off as well too. Champions United could not submit their fighters just in time, canceling out that matchup. Condolences will be said. I know many people have been wanting to see that, but we have a press conference that will be taking place in 30 minutes for the aftermath of this day 1 fight. And make sure to check out UBAEsports.com again for the rankings, schedules, new transfers, and just much more. But ladies and gentlemen, what a good set of fights we saw today. I'm very glad that we get to see Team Sheath and Team jUnC get in there. They walked away with that victory. But next week, they will be taking on a 5-grade Kage. But tomorrow, Kage versus Reapers. I'm 1 HP. You had Boiled and Gauf. And we'll see y'all in 30 minutes or less for that press conference.
Only thing I have to say,
Finally call themselves the best league in the world. Take home $500.
Will there be any team to give RSVR a run for their money next season?